Hi, I'm Sarah Cowgill, sitting in for Lisa K. Donner. And joining me today are Andrew Moran, Jeff Charles, Graham Noble, and Dave Patterson. This is the Conservative 5, Liberty Nation's online TV news program. After a couple of weeks of midterm stresses, it's time to have some fun with our experts on panel in a game called What's My Line? The Biden Edition. I don't have a clue what he has cooking here, but here is our very own Andrew Moran to lead us to the table.
Hello and welcome to the hit new game show, which is actually called What's My Huh? Where you guess if President Joe Biden said this or somebody else. But I think we all know that the real game show is trying to make Graham Noble laugh. But it's simple, really. Even someone with the brain of a 5-year-old can get it. Quick, somebody get me a 5-year-old kid. I think we know Dave Patterson knows that joke. So before we get on to the festivities, look at some of the latest news. India will soon be holding state elections across the country, from Madhya Pradesh to Nagaland. It's expected to be a tight race across the country. With a couple of months until the first electoral contest in Tripura, Democrat Beto O'Rourke issued a statement saying, "I'm in." Some media outlets have been looking for the Venezuelans who were sent to Martha's Vineyard by Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. It turns out that the Fabulous 50 have been working in the Biden administration. Really, with President facing various food shortages across the country, including Turkey, he has employed their help and started a nationwide strategy to adopt the famous Venezuelan socialist diet of digging through garbage bags and visiting your local zoo. Finally, two people I'm sure you've never heard of, Amber Pike and Matt Barnett, are celebrating their 4th wedding anniversary. It's been an incredible time because they have yet to have an argument serious enough to consider divorce. Murder, yes, but not divorce. I'm sure Dave will also know that line. So now on to the game. First question goes to sassy Sarah Cowgill as usual. When asked if senators will regret rejecting his help for their election campaign, this president said this, quote, "No be there 16 and I've already done in 4 years and a lot more last another 20 or so I'm going to be gone ye." Was this President Joe Biden or former President Donald Trump?
Gee, that's a tough one. I'm going to say Joe Biden.
That is correct. A reporter asked him why, if he thinks it's a mistake that Georgia Senator Raphael Warnock did not ask for Joe Biden's help, and that was the wonderful president's answer.
I've done some dumb things, and I'll do dumb things again.
Second question goes to Dashin' Dave Patterson. In a speech in Massachusetts, this president told reporters, quote, "And guess what? The first frost, you knew what was happening. You had to put on your windshield wipers to get literally the oil slick off the window. That's why I and so many other damn people I grew up with have cancer, and why I can, for the longest time, Delaware had the highest cancer rate in the nation." Now, this was breaking news because the president declared he had cancer. So who said this? Was this President Joe Biden or former President George W. Bush?
Well, I have these two choices. It could be Joe Biden or Joe Biden. I'm going to choose Joe Biden.
That's a bunch of malarkey.
He had skin cancer. He didn't have cancer caused by oil slicks.
That is correct. So, point goes to Dashin' Dave Patterson. Third question goes to Jazzy Jeff Charles. Now, you may have been during a debate. This man asked the most existential question ever in an election debate. He said, quote, "Who am I? Why am I here?" Who said this? Was this President Joe Biden or Admiral James Stockdale?
Well, I don't know who Admiral James Stockdale is, so I'm going to go with Biden.
Actually, no, that is incorrect, Jeff. That is actually Admiral James Stockdale during the 1992 vice presidential debate, one of the most famous openings ever in U.S. history.
Who am I? Why am I here?
I was 12 years old.
And that's why I asked you that question and not Dave.
Yeah.
But of course, the most famous debate opening now in debate history is
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Hi. Good night, everybody.
So finally, the last question goes to Mr. Golden Graham Noble Peace Prize, who said this quote, "So you go ahead and stack spaghetti sauce in the store, the supermarket. You control the guy or the woman who runs and breaks out the carts in a forklift. What happened? Was this President Biden or former Vice President Dan Quayle?
I'm actually going to go with Dan Quayle because I don't recall Biden ever saying that, and I'm always a man who is always interested in having a good laugh. I closely follow everything Joe Biden says, and I don't recall him actually saying that. I do recall him saying that. What was it? He was he was able to stay home during the pandemic because some black woman was stocking the shelves at the grocery store or something.
Yeah, he always says something racist. He doesn't.
But I don't
say
recall him
something
saying
about spaghetti
that quote
sauce.
you just gave. I don't recall that from Joe Biden.
Well, actually, the answer is President Joe Biden. He did say this on stage in 2020.
So you go ahead and you stack spaghetti sauce at a store and in a supermarket. You control the guy or the woman who brings out the carts on a forklift. What happens?
So Jeff and Graham, wow. So it's a tiebreaker between Dave and Sarah. So who said this famous line? 1.8 billion, 180 trillion billion dollars, or $308 billion. Who said this line? President Joe Biden or President Bill Clinton?
Joe Biden.
Okay, first answer, yes, that is Miss Sarah Cowgill.
Come on, Dave.
Today's winner.
Zone out on me here?
No, I don't have my buzzer. I mean, I don't have my reset button. If I had my reset button, we'd go back and
rapid round. What do they call that?
Biden.
The flash round or the lightning round? Oh my gosh!
Oh yeah.
The Pentagon is taking its button back from Dave.
Yeah, it has.
So basically, I win.
So what?
Yes, so the winner is today Sassy Sarah Cowgill, and she has won this game 2 times in a row. So congratulations, Sarah. You get a copy of this wonderful book from 20 years ago called Freakonomics. So that's all the time we have today, folks. You're all terrific people. You're wonderful human beings and a credit to your race. And once again, I'm sure Dave will know that line. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. We have breaking news here. Fox News has just called the race for Katie Hobbs in the 2026 gubernatorial election in Arizona. Congratulations, Ms. Hobbs. Thank you very much.
Oh, good Lord. How do I know you people? God, when Lisa gets back, you guys are going to be in a lot of trouble. That's it for our Conservative 5 panel today. Check out our other C5 shows and segments on your favorite video platform. YouTube, Vimeo, Rumble, we're on them all. As well, Liberty Nation has its own Roku channel where you can see all of our TV productions. Thanks for tuning in, and remember to surf on over to libertynation.com. Special thanks to our fantastic editor and post coordinator, Frank Diorio. I'm Sarah Cowgill, filling in for Lisa K. Donner. Thanks for joining us today. This has been a production of libertynation.com, where truth is making a comeback.